about to. Oh, actually, yeah, he's calling right now. So it looks like he's about to join me right now. What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good, man. And first and foremost, thank you for being on the show this evening. And looks like we got the time zone on your end right.
Yeah, it's 6:30 out here. I live in Boise, Idaho, man.
Wow, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. And I feel relieved that we got the time zone right. I live on the East Coast time, so 2 hours ahead of here right now. But
Oh man.
well, man,
Yeah.
I also want to give a shout out to Sun Guy. He's a very awesome dude. He always recommend wrestlers on the show, and he owes a lot of credit for a lot of people that's been on here. And Sun Guy, if you listen to this either live or via YouTube, thank you, sir. I just want to let him know about that. And as for you, sir, we go ahead and begin. What made you decide to become a wrestler?
Basically, I mean, I had it planned out. I mean, ever since I was probably like 5 years old, been watching on TV. But as far as planning it out, after I finished my college, got my bachelor's degree in psychology, and pretty much, nothing's guaranteed in wrestling, so you have to have a plan B if you want to be smart about it. So yeah, I finished my college career, and after that, pretty much started my job career, and then I started getting into wrestling. I'm actually pretty damn green. I'm I think 10 months into it. So yeah, I just want to pretty much idolize the people that I seen on TV, and I did amateurs in high school, and the way I see wrestling, I see it as a sport, like as far as being physically fit and getting hit and getting slammed. Like I've done other sports too, like college football and whatnot. And when you're in that ring, you don't have no pads, so once you get slammed, you feel the impact for sure. But yeah, man, just something I always wanted to do, and I'm living it up right now. So
That being said, speaking of the word idolize, whether who would you consider influences in your wrestling career? It could be anyone for the indies. It could be anyone for the pros. Who do you consider as influences?
I would say for sure number one would probably be Dean Malenko. I study a lot of his stuff that he's done out in Japan, and also Mia Mascaras. The guy is like so technical, and he really didn't have a finisher. Like he can beat you with pretty much anything. Also, the Great Muda. I idolize like his appearance and just like his ring presence and his psychology. I always felt like he was like the first like so-called Undertaker in a way, as far as like the dark image, dark character goes. And Eddie Guerrero, but mostly like his Japan work. He was really technical, but he was Black Tiger in Japan, and also Tiger Mask too. Major influences. I mean, I have a bunch of collections as far as like all the work in Japan, some of the stuff that they did in the U.S. and Mexico too. The people that I look up to, they know wrestling. Like they have so many holds, so many counters, and you can tell that those wrestlers that I name, like they study the game and they study their opponents. Like you look at their matches and the opponents, anything that they throw at them, like they have a counter towards the move, and that's what I try to do as far as my match preparation. Like if the booker tells me, hey, you're going into this match, you're facing, let's say, Gabrial, and I'll be like, all right, thank you for the heads up, and I'll go ahead and YouTube Petrov, and then I'll pretty much study him. Anything that throws at me, like I'm already one step ahead. Like, okay, he's going to do this, and so I have a counter to that hold. So I'm very competitive, and the names that I mentioned, they are very competitive people. So those are the people that I definitely look up to as far as wrestlers go.
Well, that's quite the if a variety of people you mentioned, not just in America but outside of America, especially those that had the honor of wrestle at the Japan. And when I think of Japan as an American fan in general, their fan base, that's a passionate crowd. The difference is maybe I feel like they show more appreciation. Like they they're not over the top, loudmouth fans out there in Japan. They just like they kind of look at it as opera, if you will. They just watch the show and just be blown away and things like that. For American fans in general, it's like, yeah, you suck.
Yeah.
You
It's
know, it's a
it's the opposite. Like as far as like the fan interaction, I mean, I never looked in Japan, but I mean, the stuff that I see, like on the DVDs, like the audience there, like you don't hear like a loud pop. Like it's really quiet. The guys do like a bunch of counters, and maybe like here and there when there's like something like really poetry in the ring, then the audience will maybe like clap their hands and stuff. But yeah, usually in Japan, the audience like you hear the pop or the ovation after the match, and that's how you know if you like did a good job or not. But yeah, and American fans, I mean, they just pop like crazy. But I think, yeah, Japan fans, I think they're more like respectful, and I don't know, I guess they see it in a different kind of way. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's night and day as far as the fans go.
Well, I want to ask you this from a wrestler perspective, considering how Japan fans react to the matches to compare to American fans react to the matches over here. You know, regardless if you're doing a promo or regardless you're having a match, I guess any reaction is a form of a good reaction. But how do you know, as a wrestler in general, when the fans get that reaction compared to maybe this guy's just not he just don't have for the take like how do you know when the reaction is good? Does it matter whether they cheer or boo in particular?
Oh yeah, I mean, as far as the fans' reaction goes, I mean, yeah, their reaction is everything. Like I base like everything on their reaction. Like if I don't hear a boo or if I don't hear an applause, I don't know. I feel like I'm doing something wrong or something. Uh, and like every match, I give 100%. But yeah, there's been a few times where like I pull out like some holds and then I don't hear like a reaction, at least from what I want, because I'm like, well, this hold, I'm pretty sure they've never seen this like hold before. But maybe they're just not used to it. I don't know. But yeah, as far as the reaction, it's everything. Especially with my timing. Like if I hear somebody like applauding or whatever, I'll probably like slow down my pace. Um, and also like it makes I don't know, it kind of boosts up my I guess my strength or my adrenaline when people are like chanting and stuff. Otherwise, I kind of feel like kind of awkward. I don't know. But yeah, the reaction is everything. I mean, people pay to see you, so if you're not getting a reaction, then you need to go back and study some film. Or what I usually do, like if I feel like my match didn't go the way that I felt it should have went, then I go to the back and I ask the vets, what did I do wrong? Because I feel that I gave my all, but yet the reaction wasn't what I wanted or whatever. And they'll be like, well, you got to do this, or you got to slow down, or you got to try different things. Like they say that it takes time just to get like the fans on your side. So I think it's just a matter of patience as far as I go. Just it's still filling out the crowd. So
Well, I guess it may take time from a fan to quite comprehend, you know, reaction wise or whatever. But regardless of what a wrestler say, what it does, if you get any reaction, then you're on to something. But I guess it's just a matter of confidence you have when you competing in front of people or doing some form of entertainment in front of people, regardless if it's wrestling a music concert or a comedy stage, you better have that confidence, or
Oh,
people are gonna let you know about it, and they're gonna let you know how they really feel. I guess that's just what it boils down to. Is as far as the performer, gotta have confidence, and if you have that confidence, you know, regard cheer or boo, that's good. If you out there looking at the audience froze like Eminem and 8 Mile, you in trouble.
yeah.
So you got this show coming up for SCW. I'm reading your Facebook page right now. Looking at the photo. You in a tag team match. For those that are outside the area, it's going to be on October 18th at 6 p.m. Talk about this show that you're going to be a part of and the tag team match you're going to be a part of.
Yeah, it's October 18th. It's in Paulsville, Washington. It's at SCW. I've been working at SCW for about, I want to say maybe 8 months. But yeah, so far it's like my biggest match because I'm going up against Kevin Sullivan and Von Hess, and it's me and Mike Jones in a tag match. So I'm pretty excited and nervous at the same time because you got Kevin Sullivan like right across the ring from you. And yeah, I studied his past, and I remember one of his quotes. He's like, I think he said like Satan is my manager. And I was just like, wow. Especially like back then to say that, like you have to be like, I don't know, pretty confident and I guess pretty evil as well. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm training like real hard because yeah, this is a match that I wanted. So I definitely got to bring it, and I'm looking forward to pretty much like just the feedback off the match because the feedback that I'm going to get is going to show where I'm at as far as my career-wise goes and where I need to be and what I need to work on. So for me, it's more than just a match. It's like knowledge is power, and I'm going to get a lot of knowledge in that match because I'm with a lot of vets. So either way, like I feel it's going to be a win-win situation, even if I lose a match. Yeah, I mean, the knowledge goes a long way. But yeah, Kevin Sullivan and Von Hess versus me and Mike Jones, Paulsville, Washington, SCW Reloaded. The event's called Evolution Rising. If anybody's listening, they're on Facebook. Just type it in, SCW. Go ahead and like their page. It's a good place to work, really laid back. I'm looking forward to seeing all the guys in the back. Yeah, it should be lots of fun. And it's going to be packed. I'm pretty sure they have, if anybody out there in Washington, bring your costumes. It's going to be great.
Oh yeah, that's right. People getting into the Halloween spirit. So everybody be on the lookout for SCW. You can go to his Facebook page for all the details. Go to the SCW's Facebook fan page as well. Very big match if you're in the Washington area. So go out there and support your local wrestling company, indie wrestling companies as well. Show you support. You know, there's a lot of talent out there that people may not be aware of, and it's just a matter of paying that money and checking it out for yourself. It's very important to support your local indie pro wrestling and just to show their appreciation, because
Yep.
you got people that you don't see on TV now, but you may see them down the road. You never know. Just go out there, check it out. You know, it's gonna be an awesome show. You know, I wish I could be there. It sounds very exciting, so I'll be on the lookout for that. So outside of SCW, you got any other upcoming shows you like to promote, man?
Yeah, the weekend after that one, October 26th, I'll be at Blue Collar Wrestling. Blue Collar Wrestling is where I actually started my career. It's in the Portland, Oregon area. You guys can check them out on Facebook. Not really. I'm not sure who I'm going to be fighting up against, but I'll be there October 26th, and I'll be back at Blue Collar Wrestling November 2nd, again, Portland, Oregon area, and I should have some more future bookings, but those are the only two that I have in my books right now. So it should be a really good show, though. And Blue Collar Wrestling, like if you've never been there, oh man, they got like a new setup. These lights, it just looks nice.
That's awesome to hear, man. And good luck to your two matches you have coming up, man. And especially the one with Kevin Sullivan. That being said, now if you can have a dream match, it could be against anybody, whether it's from the indies or for the pros in particular. Who would your opponent be? Who would you want to go up against in that dream match?
For sure, my dream match would be against my brother. His name is Gabrial. He's a wrestler based out in California. He wrestles at Pro Wrestling Revolution. I actually have not gotten the opportunity to wrestle against him, but I know him like as an individual, and he pretty much, he's pretty much my brother. He kept me aside. He has the biggest heart, the biggest passion for the sport. He's been through a lot, and he's still kicking. He's still chasing his dream. I know he has some pretty big matches coming up, too. I believe the 25th at Pro Wrestling Revolution in California. But yeah, his name is Gabrial de Alma. His style is lucha style. He also knows the American style. Yeah, I know for sure that we would go all out. I think it'll come down to whoever pretty much has the most stamina left, because I've trained with him before, and he's 100%. He'll give you his all. But yeah, I'm hoping that maybe next year I'll have that dream match, and it's a match that I would love to have like over and over and over again, just because I know he has a heart for this sport.
That's very nice of you for what you're saying about your brother, but I know, as a fellow sibling, you definitely want to roughen him up a little bit, it's that sibling rivalry, man. I understand y'all nice and outside the ring, but when it comes to inside the ring, you want that W, right? That's what you want.
Oh yeah, I mean he wouldn't like let down his guard at all. That's for sure. Like even in practice, like when we practice against each other, like we don't. Yeah, there's a fine line when you get in the ring. There ain't no friendships.
I was just making sure, man. I just making sure that competitiveness was in you, man. Because we all want to be our siblings at something, and that's very nice to know that this guy happens to be your dream match, man. Not a big name guy going up against your flesh and blood, and hopefully that day will come when y'all two will face off. And it's nice to see people like you and him have that passion of of, of wrestling in general, want to make it fall in the long haul. Whether it's being in the Indies for a long time or maybe one day being in the big leagues. That being said, what do you consider as future goals you have for yourself moving forward?
I would say my goal is like within the next 3 years is to either be working in Japan or working in Mexico. I've said it from the get. Like I see this as a sport, and I feel like I know the American style, and I really want to learn the Japan style, and then learn the Mexican style. Just because I don't know, I love studying. I love going out there and showing something different to the fans every night. As far as the big leagues, like either TNA or WWE, I don't know. I'm about reality, and I don't have the height. I'm only 5'11". I probably weigh like 205. So yeah, I mean, I'm realistic when it comes to my goals. Maybe TNA, I'm not sure. I wouldn't mind working there either. But yeah, I would say within the next 3 years, I would love to get some work in Japan. 5 years on out, I would still aim for Japan. 10 years on out, I would probably start thinking about what makes sense financially. Um, but yeah, that's Japan's my main goal right now, and I know I'm not ready for it, but I'm still learning the game and still trying to up my cardio, up my conditioning. But yeah, we'll see what the future holds.
In the words of a suit-wearing Hunter Hearst Hemsley, you always gotta have a plan B, and it's nice to know that you do have plan B. You know, Japan or maybe the big leagues down the road, but you know, and you're being real honest, and you're being wise about your decision, and whatever the journey takes you, man. I wish you nothing but the best, and I want to thank you for being on the show this evening. I truly appreciate it, and before I let you go, why don't you go ahead and promote your social media links, Facebook, Twitter, or any other links people need to know.
Thank you. Well, first off, I wanted to say thank you for having me on the show, Kenny. I really appreciate it. Um, Also, Sign Guy, thank you as well. I wouldn't have been on the show. You can find me, Lost Soul Garibai, on Facebook. Just type in Lost Soul and Garibai, Garibai. I just started my Twitter account. I don't have that much followers. But my Twitter account's Lost Soul Garibai as well. My YouTube channel is Garibai. Type it up and my YouTube channel will pop up. And yeah, that's about it for my social media. And anybody out there in Washington, don't forget this October 18th, SCW, Lawful Garibai and Mike Jones versus Kevin Sullivan himself and Von Hess. And my people out in Portland, I'll see you guys October 26th and November 2nd. It's been a long time coming, and I can't wait to see you all.
Thanks again, man, for being on the show. Best of success goes out to you, and you have a good night, man.
All right, thank you, Kenny. You have a good one.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
That was my guest of the evening, all the way from Idaho, Lost Soul. Very cool dude, man. Very humble dude, and I wish him well. I truly do. I do have a post here. First